He's angry about mortgages. It's Angry Mortgage. He's swearing. He's cursing loud. He's old. He's opinionated. And he's been doing this so damn long. This program is about mortgages, and this is mortgage advice, but the advice may not apply to your situation. Contact licensed mortgage professionals for specific recommendations before you make decisions about mortgages. You may not agree with Ron, but if you don't, he thinks you're wrong. Oh, and did we say there is a lot of swearing?
There's some famous lines about the idea that, you're probably right, but it's too soon. I mean, that's a uniform tale in the investment business, right?
And I've learned that being early is just as bad as being wrong.
Oh my God, is it just as bad as being wrong? It might be worse than being wrong.
It's one of my I got 10 rules of investing, and that's up there. I have the top 4 are the most important, but that's right up there that you learn that. And the other thing to learn about being an analyst is that being negative always sounds smarter than being positive.
Oh, yeah.
Because when you're negative, you're based on facts. You're based on trends.
You're based on numbers. You got numbers.
And numbers sound smart.
Yeah.
Whereas if I'm selling you that agent who was, doing in retrospect, how she sold me that condo, she ended up being right. By the time who was saying, by the time it was finished in 2020 and 2019, it was a 50% up.
So her whole approach was shut the fuck up and sign.
Well,
okay?
No, but also when you sell a future, you're selling a dream.
Of course.
The numbers are just fantastical.
Yeah.
Because there is no backing for them. And so that's why being negative always sounds more smarter. And that's why I've always now tempered that and tried to look at, okay, what's going to be the driver of this negativity? And that's why when I look at the real estate market now, I'm concerned that if the housing starts don't come back, then what are all those working in construction? And we got about 10% of our Canadian population working and doing something related to construction
or to real estate. To
real estate, that's correct.
Yeah.
And I'm talking whether it's the brokers, the agents, but also selling appliances, putting them together, repairs, all that stuff.
Property management, you name it. It's huge. It's damn well huge.
Yes.
Okay. So, yeah, to your point, that is the crazy part about all kinds of prediction. And the crazy part about people's trends and what they do when they buy things is so much of it is just rear view thinking.
Yes.
This happened in the past, and my buddy did really well, and my cousin did really well, and maybe I did really well. So let's just keep going.
And that's how it's happened. And what happens is, if one guy's right one time, you go, it's not a big deal. But then what we've learned is basically since 1991, right? The last time there was a real correction.
A real correction, yeah.
Okay. Look at every 5-year renewal since then. You got 30 years, right? So you got 6 renewals of 5-year mortgages where each time you were an idiot for not buying more house, not buying 2 houses instead of 1 house.
Or not borrowing more.
What I mean, not borrowing more. Each time you were dumb.
Yeah, and of course
and you got to keep up with the Joneses.
Yeah, you have to.
Johnny made money. You got to go home and listen to your family. Look at you like.
So now we've finally reached the point where we're right.
Yeah, but Ron, it's really interesting. We're calling the conference this year The Reckoning.
The Reckoning. I love it.
And the question is it? But it's a reckoning question mark.
Yep.
Because while there are a lot of negative things going on, okay, we're not seeing unemployment take off. We're not seeing the defaults that we expected. We're not seeing the massive layoffs from companies. TSX at all-time highs, S&P 500 near all-time highs. Everything looks fine. We got the bond market. The high-yield bond spread today is near all-time lows. So there's no risk. No one's worried about any risk.
Well, I often say online, my response online to things is patience. Patient. I know we've been patient on the real estate side. We've been looking at something that makes no sense based on the numbers for a long time.
But again, it can continue to make no sense because interest rates and unemployment staying in line, and therefore things can continue.
But I think there's a couple of levels to this on the condo side. On the condo side, mispricing just got so far off.
Totally.
That it's not manageable anymore.
The pre-sales that they were trying to blow out in 2023, 2022, that were, 1,800 to 2,000. I remember going and doing mystery shops at the One and the units down on Davenport there. They were trying to, sell at, as I said,
$2,000
Mercer,
$2,000 a foot. Yeah.
And I'm looking at these things going, this is not going to work. And you show up and they're giving you champagne, and there were lineups. I remember the Saint. The lineups of people that wanted to buy these things.
Yeah. So like that, the extreme price levels on what's essentially a 5-year future. That's gone. Like those guys are all in terrible trouble. I think it's fair to say that there will be $50 billion lost. Somebody's going to lose $50 billion. Okay.
Some big number. Maybe it's 50. Maybe it's 100. I don't know what it is. I'm
just going to say 50.
Sure.
Okay? So we're trying to figure out who's going to lose. Now, obviously the guy who bought the place for $2,000 a square foot.
Yeah, unfortunately.
They're going to lose.
Yeah, and there's personal recourse, so very hard to walk away.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's going to be chasing. There's going to be litigation. We're
going to be having a lawyer speak this year about all of that.
Oh, vital.
Yes.
Vital to have a lawyer talk about this.
He's a litigator on real estate. And his stories.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There are stories. So we know that the human beings who bought at these not very rational prices,
yes,
they're going to take a tremendous hit.
Yes.
They're going to lose their deposit. They're going to lose more. They're going to be litigated. It's going to be a mess. So we know that probably, if we just use that round number of $50 billion, we know those guys are going to take a hell of a hit.
If you like the pod, well, don't just sit there. Go to YouTube, Apple, Spotify, and all the other ones and like the pod. And don't forget to subscribe so we can keep being angry at mortgages and swearing about mortgages. Angry Mortgage could use your support.